Hey, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I hope y'all are doing lovely today. I want to come on here, put out a quick message for you guys and see what needs to be communicated. Now, of course, these readings are general, so please only accept what resonate, leave the rest, and be aware of any scam pages reaching out to you. But with that said, let's go ahead and see what the message is for the air sign collective and see what y'all need to be aware of. So, Spirit, for the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, what is the message, honey? What is the message for the air sign? Ooh, dog. Like, ooh. All right. We have old wounds, we have marriage, and we have back and forth. And then that y'all see that marriage came out a little bit in reverse. I feel like this is kind of crossing, especially with this back and forth energy and these old wounds. They're stuck between wanting to commit, wanting to stay committed, wanting, like, they can identify you as marriage potential, but I feel like they don't identify themselves as marriage potential. They don't identify themselves as worthy of, you know, securing the responsibility of a spouse, capable of being a spouse, right? Capable of being your partner. So they do kind of go back and forth. They can be very moody. They could have extreme mood swings as well. But it's because they're not addressing their old wounds from their childhood, from their past trauma. They still carry a lot of anger, because it's like, how could they do that to me? This is their perspective. How could they do that to me? I was nothing but good to them. But that has nothing to do with you. So it's like they need to process that anger so that way they can heal that wound and be able to form a meaningful, long-lasting relationship with you, is what they need to do. But easier said than done. I could understand. So let's see. Why are they going back and forth, Spirit? They're trying to make sense of the connection, but their emotions swing back and forth between two extremes. Why do they go back and forth? What's keeping them in the pendulum? What's keeping them in the pendulum, Spirit? The Lovers, they never had to make any choices for them. They don't trust the choices that they make for themselves. They don't trust the choices that they make for themselves. Five of Swords, exactly. They feel like they self-sabotage. So because I self-sabotaged in my past relationships, who's to say that when I'm with you, right, air signs, that I'm not setting myself up for trouble, for disaster? That's their problem. They don't trust themselves. Marriage crossing. It says they see you as marriage material, someone that inspires them to create a strong foundation for marriage. Tell me a little bit about this. What's the struggle here with this marriage? What's the struggle here for this marriage? It's funny because I'm actually invited to a wedding this week. I said, uh-oh, not me. What's the last wedding I've been to? My mom's. The Hierophant. Here we go. The Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. Baby, they want you so bad. What's inhibiting them from being able to accept this fully? Is it just them? The Hangman. This is somebody who does not let you love them fairly. They don't. The Seven of Cups, exactly. They don't let you love them. They want to let you love them, but they don't. They struggle. They struggle. And it's because they feel like they self-sabotage. So the projection is strong here. They're a major projector. They need to go see the lady with love, right? They need to go see the lady. They need to go talk to a licensed professional. They need to do some shadow work. They need to look within and see, why am I being so triggered? What has the air sign done to me as to why I don't trust them after all this time, or why I'm not open to them to love me? That's what's getting in the way. That's what's getting in the way. Huh. Do they want to be somewhere else? Are they going to be an avoidant and try to go find fulfillment elsewhere? Something that doesn't require them to have to elevate? Is that what's going on here? Seven of Wands. They are a little defensive. Queen of Pentacles. They need to figure it out. No, it don't look like it. I'm not gonna lie on them. It does not look like it. Heavy Taurus, Piscean, Gemini energy present on the board. Aries, Leo, Sag here with the King of Wands. No, it does not look like it. I can't say that they do, because they seem determined to have longevity in this connection with you. They just couldn't get out of their own head. It's going to take them a minute, huh? They're going to require a lot of patience. So, tell me about these old wounds, Spirit. What's wrong? What's wrong with them? What do they need to fix? What do they need to work on? The Five of Wands. They're combatant. They got an attitude problem. That makes sense. They take offense easily. They get very competitive. I see that they're defensive. You can make a simple comment. They'll be like, "What you mean by that?" They're argumentative. What makes somebody argumentative? So maybe they felt like they weren't heard in their past. Like their opinion didn't mean much. That's why they're enforcing it now so aggressively. Yeah, I'm telling you, something having to do with their childhood. Page of Wands. Their inner child is combative. Combative. Four of Cups. And here we go. Trying not to feel their emotions. Having been rejected, ignored, overlooked. So they may ask them about their childhood. They used to act out in class, huh? They used to act out because they wanted attention. They didn't get enough attention. So they may have had really busy parents, or maybe they had parents or you know, like their guardians were distracted. Maybe they have a bunch of siblings. Maybe they didn't have stability in their upbringing, constantly moving. These are things that affected them to where they just wanted to be class clown, or they wanted to crack joke. Oh, they're funny. I really pick up funny energy from this person. Like, they're funny. They're fun to be around, but they're sensitive. They're combative. You crack a little joke or say something a little too, you know what I'm saying, out the way, they flip a switch. Cause like, hey, what do you mean? I know you're not talking when you did da da da. And you're like, dang, it was just a joke. They got a lot to work on. All right, so how do my air signs feel about this person, about this connection? How do my air signs feel about this connection? Temperance. I just said it's gonna require a lot of patience. You have been giving them so much patience. You've been very patient. Oof. Eight of Wands. Page of Cups. You've said what you needed to say to this person, and you've shown them consistent enough behavior and patterns. So this patience can hinder the relationship if they continue to be so defensive and so combatant and have such little faith in themselves to choose you just because they chose the wrong person in the past and knew that they were choosing the wrong person. That's what throws me off. They'd be like, I knew that was a bad relationship for me, and I did it anyways. Fair enough. Acknowledge that. So when this relationship feels good, do a little bit of analyzing. Do a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, contemplating on it, right? But anyways, that's a conversation for another day. Yeah, if they continue to be like this, then you're so balanced within yourself. I mean, yeah, they do irritate you, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, you're so balanced within yourself that you'll cut this off. If they keep acting like this, you will cut them off. So I hope they get it together soon. But all right, air signs, that's what I got. I hope that these readings helped. If you would like to book a personal with me, there is a link in my bio. But if this is where I leave you, I wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you.